Owen and Ian Wright here on the studio as Manchester City register a big home win over part in Omar Marmoush's hat-trick. So let's hear from City's hat-trick hero now.
Omar, you got the ball in your hands. What a day. Put into words that feeling.
Yeah, amazing day. The feeling is crazy. Of course, my first hat-trick in my career. It's a really nice feeling. And of course, the 3 points. Since the beginning of the match, we came in from the first minute really focused on the job, and we got the job done.
And you got your job done inside 14 minutes, all 3 goals.
Yeah, it was all fast-paced, so yeah, I'm really happy to help the team. But the most important thing is that we got the 3 points, and yeah, we did what we could always do.
But for you to come to a new club, a new league, and get your first goals and the match ball at the Etihad must be brilliant so early in your City career.
Yeah, of course, but I also have to thank my teammates, my coach, the staff. Everyone helped me from the first day in feeling a part of this family, and they helped me show my qualities, and they helped me reach what I reached today. But it's just the beginning, and we are looking forward to the next games.
Clinical, I think, is the word. You had 4 shots, 3 goals today.
Yeah, it's good. It's good, yeah.
And that first half performance really did the game, didn't it? Your 3 goals.
Yeah, of course. As I said, I'm really happy that I helped the team. But now the game is behind us. We look forward for our next game, and we start focusing on our next game.
Nice introduction to the Manchester City fans. What a reception you got when you came off.
Yeah, amazing atmosphere. I'd like to thank the fans for the really nice applause, and hopefully there will be many more.
A day you'll always remember. Well done.
Thank you.
Yeah, what a way to get off the mark in the Premier League, eh?
Yeah.
With a hat-trick and a match ball in hand.
It is, especially, you know, coming over with the reputation he came over from Germany, Frankfurt, and, you know, coming to City in a time when City are a little bit, you know, they're trying to find their way again, and, you know, to finally get your goal, you'd be happy with 1, but to get a hat-trick really gives you that sense of, like, okay, I belong, I'm doing my bit, and I'm proving to the people what I'm capable of.
Did the quality of his finishing impress you?
It did, yeah. I mean, the first goal was nice. The goalkeeper probably made the mind up, made his mind up, and the way the ball was bouncing, it's quite an easy, you know, finish to lob it into an empty goal, I guess. Second one was nice, cut inside, little help of a deflection, and then once you've scored 2, you feel as if you can't miss. You've got that much confidence running through your veins. So when the ball just rolled into his path, lovely, he slotted it away. So nice hat-trick, nice to get off and running at his new club. You can see already he feels, you know, quite natural. His English is good and everything. He looks a popular player, so yeah, great start to his career at City.
For Newcastle, it continues that wretched run of form. I mean, it's now no win in 21 visits to Manchester City in the league. What does their head coach make of it today? Here's Eddie Howe.
Eddie, how disappointing was that?
Yeah, it was a tough game. For me, they're still the toughest team to play against. Highlighted today, I thought we didn't really get going. We weren't our best today, and when you're not your best here, it's going to be a long day.
Is it just one of those days, an off day, because of the form that you were in? You were so good coming into this match.
Yeah, well, I think goals always change games, and I think the goal we conceded early on was a tough one for us. I don't think we've fully expressed ourselves in the way that we can. All the goals we conceded today we'll look back on with frustration, because I think majority have come from set plays. I think 2 dead ball free kicks. We haven't defended well enough. Obviously the corner at the end, and the ball over the top. So yeah, and I think then it becomes difficult when you're chasing the game here. It's really tough.
You're not going to put pressure on a goalkeeper that's capable of doing what he's doing. The pace of Marmoush, pace of Haaland, you're probably going to be in trouble.
How good was Omar Marmoush today then?
Well, he's shown flickers of it, signs of it. Of course, he's shown it prior to that, but not in a Manchester City shirt. But I did like what I saw in the first few games. Although today I think he's really announced himself. This first half hat-trick was a good one. Left one-on-one, Kieran Trippier, you know, poor defending. He's had so much time, once that leaves the goalkeeper's foot, so much time to judge the flight of it. Incredible how he's got underneath it and allowed a one-on-one and a beautiful finish. And this was a decent run. He probably got it played a little bit too late, which is why he had to check back inside onto his right foot. A little deflection, but again, another lovely finish.
That wasn't the end of it, was it, from him?
No, it weren't, because I think the defending again here from Lewis Hall is poor. He doesn't make any attempt to get to Savinho, and he just runs past him. But then you look at Marmoush not being picked up, and you know, it's an easy hat-trick. It's the kind the kind, when you score 2 goals like he did in such quick succession, you do feel like there's an opportunity for the Hatrick to come along. And the way Newcastle defending, it was always going to happen.
Does he add to that City team, what's been missing since Julian Alvarez left the club?
For me, without a doubt, simply because of even the way that first goal came about. It's the move that Haaland normally does. But when you watch the first goal, Haaland goes into play, and so he's the player that's going to go long. And if you're not going to, like I say, if you're not going to put pressure on Ederson, then you've now got another person who can cause you problems with that long ball.
It's noticeable, Kevin De Bruyne started the game on the bench. So is that a glimpse of the future for City?
Yeah, absolutely. I think there's 1 or 2 players. I think this Manchester City team is going to probably evolve over the next year or 2 in particular. There's a lot of aging players, Kevin De Bruyne being one of them, Bernardo Silva, Kovacic, Gundogan. That midfield is quite an old one, so I think we're just seeing the new shoots, really, of a new Manchester City midfield to come, but he's certainly going to be part of it.
But there was time in the second half for City to get a 4th from substitute James McAtee, who certainly made the most of some generous marking in.
Well, yeah, I think I saw him score a goal like this in the FA Cup as well. He does seem to get himself into situations where he can score goals, and this is a good one. He shows good strength because he's being pulled all over the place, but he gets himself so as he is goal side by the time he does get this in, and it's good. Good goal for him. The more he can do stuff like that, get himself on the pitch, score goals, make a point, make the manager know that I'm here, ready to go, the more chance he's probably going to get into the side at some stage.
It's a good poacher's effort, Mike.
It is. He's getting pulled, he's getting grabbed, he's getting, spun around a little bit, and to keep it down, it was a good finish. I mean, he scored a few goals. Whenever he gets a chance, he seems to score. Now, I'm not saying he's as good as Phil Foden, but he's that type of player that's come through the ranks. Be interesting to see if he's going to be traded in the future for decent money, or whether he's good enough to play at this level consistently.
And that result clearly is a boost to City, and they needed that as they head to the Bernabeu in midweek to try and overturn a 3-2 deficit in the second leg of that playoff. But all questions, I suppose, over Erling Haaland's fitness. I mean, he came off kind of holding his knee. Our man at the ground, though, tells us that when he took his place on the bench, he was smiling, he was holding an ice pack to it. So hopefully it's not too serious.
Well, that's just the hope, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's no point taking a risk, is there? He walks off okay, he walks off there without limping, but obviously he did go off, so it's not perfect. But when you're 4 goals ahead, there's no point risking it, and he's obviously taken a precautious attitude to it. But he'll need to be fit if City are to have any chance, because that's an uphill.
Right, I tell you what, let's get some post-match reaction, sorry, Michael, from the Manchester City dressing room. For a man who made a little bit of history, he was in goal for City, here's Ederson.
An historic day for you as well. You are now the goalkeeper with the most assists in Premier League history. What does that mean to you?
I have marked this mark. I hope there's more to come. No, it's depending a lot. The team is play against is mark man-to-man. I see the space because it's mark man-to-man. The main free is the keeper, and the front stay man-to-man, and I have a good fast players free. Savio, Marmoush, and early. It's so easy. Just put the ball there.
So is that something that you work a lot on then in training, that type of move? Because as soon as Omar made the run, you were playing him in straight away.
Be honestly, I know not trying too much because I have a little bit problem in my groin. But it's normal. I remember that my first 2 seasons here, I train a lot. But now it's natural now. I just see the move and stay man-to-man, just pass the ball to space.
Well, it certainly worked today, Ederson. Well done, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, well done to him. He's now made the most assists for any goalkeeper in the Premier League era with 6. I mean, it's incredible, isn't it? I mean, did you ever think when you guys are playing that you'd see goalkeepers making 6 assists?
I don't think I've seen one as good as him when he gets out the box on the ball and his accuracy. It's great to see Dave Seaman would be delighted to see his name amongst that. But
none of the other goalkeepers, it's not like they've attempted it.
No.
I mean, this guy actually tries to play.
Yeah.
This guy's different to all of them.
Yeah.
There might have been long kicks and Wright.
It's true.
Galloping after it. And
so it'll be a punt upfield.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But actually now we're talking about goalkeeper. I never thought I'd be stood here talking about goalkeeper as assistant. But
Qualities. Brilliant.
But he is trying it.
But the thing is, it's part of this rigid game plan, isn't it, that Pep Guardiola's instilled. If he goes man for man, you can drag one player out of position with a decoy run and find the one you want.
Well, that's the danger playing man-to-man man against Manchester City. Of course, that you know, there are pros for doing it, but there are cons as well, and that's one of them. If you want to go and leave a one-on-one, because if you take it by the letter of the law and everybody man marks, and then the whole team, Manchester City, say, right, okay, we'll bring everybody towards the goalkeeper, then you're just always going to be leaving one-on-one. And I wouldn't want to do that as an opposing manager when you've got the likes of Erling Haaland or Marmoush